position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. And the Mustangs will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So Washington's offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks, David. This one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah. Oh, he's got some space. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10. And the Huskies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It's third and goal and third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the misconnection on third down. Now on fourth down, they'll send out the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
So SMU's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore Award at the end of the year for the outstanding O-line, David. They are going to try and establish the line of scrimmage with their physicality.
Man, it's a tremendous challenge with this defensive line because you know that. Like, you've got to be aggressive. You've got to be physical. I've got to take away their ability to run the football first. This unit's nasty. They're dirty. I love them.
Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. The Mustangs come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. Picks up the first down. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Line gets set. First down. He's going to take off. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. And the Mustangs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Sets up the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And you got to be careful on offense when you're dialing up the screens. You want to do them on obvious passing situations. When you're anticipating the DNs really racing up the field, they didn't have it set up that time.
Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move.
Sneaks it in.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. A little bit of feeling each other out there, down 7-3 as they open this drive. Running to the left. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Huskies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wants to throw on 3rd down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. And here comes the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Boots' first of the day away was called on 4 times in the victory last week. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Off to a good start here, and back to work now with a 7-3 lead. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Evans. He's out of bounds at the 38-yard line.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. He'll pull it down on the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively. Kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on 1st down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
They'll give it to him again. Makes a man miss. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. The Mustangs trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Smith wants to throw. Quick completion on the out route. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the 1st quarter. Starting off this quarter, close enough to smell the goal line. Quarterback sneaks it ahead. And I don't think he got in. Those big bodies up front just creating a wall at the goal line. On the ground. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
2nd quarter might not be gamble time, but inside the 3, Palmer, I've got the green light. I'm going for this.
I am too, and you're essentially running a 2-point play here, right? You've got to play you practice all week long.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, SMU.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Now the play fake. Caught in the backfield, it's John. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. And the Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward.
Yeah, that's what my old college coach used to call red snooping. A little QB sneak. Just get it, tuck your head down, drive those legs, get the first.
Motion from the wide receiver. Now on the move. Able to get just a few before sliding Huskies can really attack on this second and short. They'll run it. He breaks a tackle. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. To the ground, he's got it again. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They've softened them up with a run, now to throw it. Going to try to get it himself. Got to protect the merchandise, gets down without taking a hit. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to throw it over the top of the V. Got him downfield. Touchdown, Husky. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Each and every week, I think this coaching staff does such a good job of scheming ways to get this guy the football in the passing game, and defenses can't cover it. With that last catch, this is now his 10th receiving touchdown on the season.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. And the Mustangs are in the hurry-up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Smith dropping to pass. Safe completion on the screen. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. The Mustangs will snap it on 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder, but the snapping the football, everybody being on time, man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down. It is loud in here as they try to help him get a stop on 4th down. Bring in the heat. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs. Wide receiver comes in motion. Use the play fake, now to throw. Zings it complete to the right.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Smith wants to throw. tight end. Out across the 30 and out of bounds at the 33, and that's what you're looking for when you're backed up in your own territory. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Got it in the middle, it's Brown. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first...
Breaks into the open. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense. Just a short gain. And the Mustangs racing to the line in a hurry-up. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO. They were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. 3rd down coming. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Backed up now here, 2nd and long. Off play action. Flips it out to the back. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover. Pick up the first. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. He'll throw it. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Nestled just inside that right upright. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And I like the way this defense just finished. And I know they're trailing, but they didn't give up the touchdown. Got a little bit of momentum. Not much time left in this first half. But you got halftime to make some adjustments, come out with some energy, but a nice stop here.
Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. They'll try the right side. He'll be guided out of bounds at the 17, and a productive play there. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half. It'll be 3rd and long. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you?
Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. The RPO, fire complete to the left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Off the play fake. Under fire. He'll try to do it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. The Mustangs look to keep this drive humming. To throw, it's Rich. A little release to the back. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed.
There he goes. Oh, the quick spin move. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23. And the Mustangs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Here comes second down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. This crowd knows when to bring it. Looking for room, it's Cooper. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Mustangs. The offense strikes again to extend its lead here in the second half.
And they got everything working. How great is this? You extend your lead. Now you get your defense back on the field. Great job taking advantage of the situation and building on that lead.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 4. It's a seam wide open. He's at the 40, the 20, the 10, and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Husky.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. All wideouts, no backs. Looking to throw, it's Rich. The screen, he's got wheels.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Mustangs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you can tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on third down? Out of the gun. They'll run it inside. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
He's got it on the right. He's knocked out of bounds at the 42. Solid pickup on that one.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's blocking a run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that guy.
And he was able to shed a tackle and pick up the first down before they finally get him on the ground.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the second level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. So now it's second and long. He'll pull it down and run. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. And the Mustangs come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On third and short, they'll go to the power running game. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits zero. They're going to go right back to him on first down. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period. That's the end of the period, and SMU has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a second down play. Little touch pass to the receiver. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot. And now let's see if they can pull this one out.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll run play action. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Down by multiple possessions. You can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Looking deep down the right side. Makes the catch. Converts on fourth down. He's still on his feet. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Huskies. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
And that is such a backbreaker for the defense. Fourth and long, they're expecting throw that time. Everybody's got their eye on the QB, and still somehow they let the guy get in behind him for the long touchdown. That simply cannot happen.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So, let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be third down. whistle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. The defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And this is a situation this offense trains for, having the lead late in the game, running the ball to ice it. They're just bleeding seconds off the clock. It's been a beautiful drive so far. And the defense, even though they know they're going to run it, they just can't stop it.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Right on the money. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
This guy's looking real sharp this week. Listen, QBs hate throwing picks. He only threw one last week, but that really ate him up all week long.
Touchdown, SMU! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away, count on your defense. Not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And the Huskies want to move quickly.
Well, that last play is a beautiful start to this drive. You've got some work to do here. You've got some mountain you've still got to climb if you're going to win this game. A couple of minutes left. You've got the horses to get you there, but it's all about getting the drive started with a positive play, and they found that on that last one.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill.
Turning it on! And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep him in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Washington hoping to make this defense bow down in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Gets it out quickly. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quick handoff. Powers through the defender. He's pulled down after a tough run. Gets it to the 6. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. They want to throw it. Pressure coming. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Looking to fire. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that's working for the end zone. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Dead center perfect. This is now a 7-point game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. BYU was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen from the Cougars over the years. A win, yes, but this one lacked style points. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. To the air, it's Rich. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. And runs through another guy. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. The huge explosive play put him right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Mustangs! They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man in the middle. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. They'll run it from the gun. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Back to pass. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Breaks the tackle. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, they are fortunate to get that fumble back, but the clock is still ticking, and they've got to go and go now. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. One more play to pad the stats. To the air on 2nd down. A shot toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling.